Who do you see at the classroom door? I was a talkative 5-year-old, so excited to be in school, a day I dreamed of, unable to sit still with excitement, chatting with every neighbor in the circle I could see, making friends. You saw a troublemaker interrupting your kindergarten class, and so you tied a paper cup with holes poked in the end around her mouth so she would learn not to talk in class. I was a shy 6-year-old new student to your classroom mid-year with long braids who sat quietly observing, wanting to please. You saw a single mother's well-behaved child who missed months in your classroom, whose paper had one mistake, and so you rolled your eyes and marked the whole page with a giant red F. I was a 6-year-old girl who figured out school. Be quiet, keep secrets, do perfect work, and make mom proud. He was my 4-year-old younger brother, angry after he and his big sister listened to their heroin-addicted father beat their mother from under the bunk bed, locked safely in their room. You saw an out-of-control boy hitting and calling you, a preschool teacher, names. You asked him to leave. He was my 5-year-old little brother who couldn't sit still, who wanted to run and play. You saw an ADHD non-reader and labeled him that. He was a 5-year-old boy who figured out school. Try and fail to be still, try and fail to read, act out to save face, get in trouble. She was my mother. She saw 2 leaders, 2 learners, 2 resilient children who would go out and face the world and succeed in their own ways, despite all odds. She saw 2 children who carry pain and sadness, but who also carry hope and believe there is good in the world. Who do you see at the classroom door? Every single one of you has a story the rest of us can't see, and every single one of you knows suffering and judgment, and every single one of you knows who helped you overcome your challenges and believed in you. Do you greet your community without judgment? Do you practice empathy? Lord knows this is not easy work we do, and I struggle every day to open my heart and remain positive. I have learned it takes a tough skin to be a principal. But a colleague and friend reminded me a few weeks ago, sometimes our greatest strength lies in being soft. My brother and I had great teachers and not so great teachers. Both shaped us and taught us about school and the world. But the ones that mattered the most were the ones that reached out to build relationships with the real us. They did not see us and take pity because we lived in poverty, because we had a single mother, or because of our scars. What they saw at the classroom door was our potential. They saw us for who we were. Great educators build caring relationships because they know there is no significant learning without significant relationship. Great educators know meeting the social, emotional, and physical needs of our students must come before academics. Great teachers know engagement and rigor, fun and tough love are all part of the recipe for the best learning. What do you do to nurture and grow these teachers in your school? As leaders, right now, we face incredible pressures to perform, to show academic achievement through high-stakes testing. When we see students at the classroom door as test scores, bar graphs, and percentiles, we contradict why we chose to come into this field. I knew from an early age I would be a teacher. I wanted to be surrounded by children. I wanted to help kids. I did not sit around dreaming of increasing their reading fluency and accuracy rates. I'm about 100% certain you did not choose this field because of your undying passion and commitment to raise MAPS or Ames Web test scores. My guess is you were inspired by a person, a calling, a passion, a desire to make a difference, to build relationships, to change the world one smile at a time. We as leaders must inspire and encourage our teachers to have the trust and autonomy to do the very work they dreamed of doing. Instead of defining their success with scores, let them be inspired by growing human beings that will make the world a better place. Our biggest responsibility right now in education is to believe. You may remember the Roots of Success study, which asserted, and I quote, "Teachers' attitudes and beliefs about student potential influence NECAP scores more than any other theme and were the most powerful predictor of school performance." When you see brilliant, capable learners at your classroom door every day, you are increasing student success. It isn't the new canned curriculum, which claims to be Common Core aligned, that will increase your school's scores, nor is it fancy assessments, endless progress monitoring, MTSS, or special education. It is every educator's belief in your school that each child will succeed that matters the most. Do your teachers see successful students at the classroom door each morning? Does every staff member commit to a growth mindset in your school? A relationship with each child, a dedication to grow each student's unique individual strengths? Do you all believe? I mean, straight up 100% believe. Not just say it, but practice it. Spread that belief. Sprinkle that sparkling fairy dust all over everyone you believe. It's an awesome power we possess to choose what we see at the classroom door. We can choose to see and build successful students who will change the world, or we can choose to blame poverty, the heroin epidemic, federal requirements in education, mental illness, the system, traumatized kids, you know the list. We can be the solution, or we can stay part of the problem. The choice is ours. Who do you see at the classroom door? I'll tell you what I see every day at the classroom door. I see awesome. And it turns out when awesome shows up at your door every day, you will move mountains to give them the best of everything you can possibly give them. When you embrace positive relationships with every adult and child, you will go above and beyond. Because you care, because you believe, because it's up to you. You will see awesome. You will sprinkle that sparkly dust in a way that is real for you. And as a result, you will also be awesome. Who do you see at the classroom door?